Alright, this is my second time recording this. I did it wrong the first time in the wrong format. So excuse, the wind. Really, that's the only thing going on right now is I'm recording later in the day or later on a different day, and it's really windy. But guys, today, we have another wonderful review. We're going to be reviewing the Mammoth as the wind blows the box away. Beast of the Cenozoic Mammoth Prime Genius, Prime Greeny, whatever. This is the box, 1/35th scale Mammoth. On the back is all the other things. Let's back the table up a little bit. All stuff about the Mammoth, things about the Mammoth, the woolly Mammoth, other things that, in this wave. I want the Andrewsarchus so bad. I pre-ordered him. I want him. I might get the baby Mammoth, but 100% I'm getting him. I already have him, but he's coming whenever he gets released. Might get that. I may get the 1/18th scale Mammoth, but we'll see. Here's the other side of the box. It's Beast of the Cenozoic Mammoth Prime Genius. Here's the front of the box. Cool photo of the Mammoth. And so let's take a peek at the Mammoth. So here is the Beast of the Cenozoic Mammoth. I like this guy. This is the first elephantine figure I own, and it's a mammoth, so that makes it even better. I like this figure. It's very stocky, very chunky. You can tell a very chunky thing, a very ball-esque type of figure. I like them. I like this thing. I'm not the biggest Cenozoic guy, but I love, I like terror birds. And so if I like terror birds and I like saber-toothed cats, I gotta like mammoths. And it makes sense. So I love this thing. This guy's real cool, real nice. I like the smaller compact size compared to the 1/18th scale. I wanted to get it, but that thing is $200. So David Silva, please bring the price down. Give us a nice good 20-something% sale for Christmas. That would be great, and I would happily grab the 1/18th scale one. But $200, I'm not fully sure. I say this even though I know when the Acro comes out, it's going to be $200, and I will get it immediately. But let's talk about the Mammoth. Fur detail on this guy, absolutely incredible. Completely covered in fur because it's a mammoth. Also, prehistoric planet, Ice Age. Perfect guy, perfect release that he came out literally virtually the same time that the show came out. But amazing fur detail. Great detail on the tusks. On top of the head is a bit of a lighter pinkish, lighter brown color, or it's more of a pinkish color up here on the top of the head and the shoulder. Most of the body is just this brown coloration, with the underside being a darker brown, and it's mostly on the feet and the back of the legs. Like I said, very round-esque body for the mammoth, but I like it. But fur detail all along the body is amazing. It's great. You can really get the scale of that. This thing was just covered in fur, and it needed it for the cold, harsh environments that it lived in. Paint-wise, like I said, there's this lighter pinkish color. It really doesn't show it. I'll try to get a better picture. But this lighter pinkish color up here on the top of the head and the shoulders. But like I said, most of the body is this brown, this very darkish brown, and then this back and the underside of the mammoth is just almost a blackish brown with a nice bone white coloration for the tusks. Wendy, you better chill out, buddy. The trunk looks good. Same thing with the trunk, has this brown coloration that goes along with the whole body. The same thing in the ears, have that top brown to the darker brown on them. Tiny little mammoth ears, super tiny mammoth ears. His paint apps are good. They're simplistic. It's a mammoth. You're not expecting some crazy dazzling colors on a mammoth. It's a mammoth. It doesn't need crazy colors. Well, let's talk about his great and crazy articulation, because I like his articulation. He has a lot of good articulation. So we'll start right here in the trunk. Let me first. Take that out. Actually, I'm just take both of them out. Here's your mammoth with no tusks, a cursed thing. But Start off here with the trunk. You can go up pretty far with the trunk. There are 3 joints, one here at the base of the head, or kind of like where it connects to the head, one in the middle, and then the end, and this end has a bendy wire. I'm really not messing with it too much. I like it in the neutral default pose, I guess. Next you have the mouth. The mouth opens and closes. It's not, you know, a whole bunch. It's an elephant. He's not trying to bite things to death, so it's an elephant. The head can look up, down, left, right, so there's a good range of articulation just for the head. The ears are on a ball joint. Oh, come on, camera. So they can go out, twist, and I know you can spin them. There you go. You get bat mammoth. What would Batman and a mammoth? Yeah, bat mammoth, I guess. Then we have the legs or the arms. You have a joint here, a ball joint here at the shoulder, hinge at the elbow. You then have another joint here kind of at the lower part of the foot or the arm. I really can't get mine to go. Mine are kind of stiff, but I'll heat them up just to get them to work better. And then you have a joint here at the foot. So the foot can move, go in and out. It's not a crazy amount, but it's enough. You then have a segment here at the mid-body, so you can actually get a good range of articulation just here at the mid-body part. Then we have the back legs. You can actually go out very far with the back legs. Pretty good spread. Let me not do that before I get demonetized by YouTube. But the back legs, you can go out pretty far with them. You got a joint here at the knee. Like I said, mine are kind of stiff, so I really can't do too much, but these do bend. And then you have a very good foot/ankle pivot. So overall, you can get a good amount of articulation with them. Like I said, he's an elephant. He ain't gonna do too much, but it's enough to get him in very dynamic and unique poses that, you know, that suit your needs for posing them. Well, let's talk about one of the cool things about this guy, and that is his accessories. Ah! Now, surprisingly, being the Cenozoic, they're good with their accessories and stuff, which I like, unlike others. But I like his little accessories. So the Mammoth comes with another set of tusks. So the current default on his head tusks are the male tusks, because they're big, they're wide, and if you don't know, we do actually have enough fossil evidence to tell the difference between a male mammoth and a female mammoth, kind of similar with normal elephants. But you just pop out the tusks. Get out of them. And grab one of these other ones, one of the other tusks, and the same thing with these tusks. They're like the same bone white color as the main ones. It's just they're going to be either a smaller like these, which are the female tusks. So slab those in its face, and boom, you now have the female tusks inside the mammoth instead of the big male tusks. Personally, I like the bigger male ones, even though like they're so big you can't really lift his trunk. The male tusks curve so much you can't lift his trunk up out of it, but other than that, I do like the male tusks. And then you get these, these broken tusks. The camera. That was the top of the package. You get these broken tusks. Same thing. They're like the same bone white color. And they all work the same way. Just stick them in the head. Stick them in the sockets. We all know how mammoths and elephants look. So it ain't nothing too crazy. But broken tusks. I'm gonna get you. Like I said, I like the big ones. I like the male ones. I prefer them. That's how I want to display him, or display my mammoth. I have named my mammoth Manny the Mammoth, so that's his name. I'm going to keep him with the big old male tusks. I prefer them, and I will keep. Okay, hold on. And I will keep him with the big male tusks. Alright, let's do some good old-fashioned size comparison time. All right. And my collection baryonyx, beast of the Mesozoic, Dilophosaurus. Yeah, like I said, the wind is, it's relentless today. I don't know why. But beast of the Mesozoic, Dilophosaurus, and Godzilla. So you could tell that he is not the biggest figure. He's not going to be the largest mammoth figure you have, but you know, having the beast of the Mesozoic or the beast of the Cenozoic stuff, they're all on a scale with each other, so that's pretty good. And like I said, all the beasts of the Mesozoic and Cenozoic figures will scale together. So here is my 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus Rex, if I can get him to stand. And he scales actually very well alongside the mammoth. And I'm very sure this is actually the real accurate size to a woolly mammoth and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So with all the beasts of Mesozoic and Cenozoic stuff, they'll scale properly together. Other figures outside of the line probably won't. So the mammoth overall, great figure, great addition to your paleo collection, I guess. Now, I am hoping that Beast of the Mesozoic goes further along with these mammoths and other elephants that I know Eons was going to do. And I would love if Beast of the Mesozoic keeps doing, like, does all the other ones. RIP, rip Eons for that, you know, Kickstarter for doing the elephants and not succeeding. But I would love to see those other elephants get made. I know like 2 of them, Beast of the Mesozoic have already created. So I would love to get them. But the mammoth though, great figure, amazing figure. Pick them up. This one or the big one, it's up to you. And I'll see you guys afterwards. But overall, it's a great figure. I recommend it. Pick it up, grab it while you can before it's out of stock, because once stuff's out of stock on Beast of the Mesozoic, it's gone. So you better get it while you can. Well, other than that, hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay amazing, stay awesome. Bye.